What's going on, all you comic book movie maniacs out there? Phat Samurai Guys here with Little Fat Blood and fuck. Fuckity fuck.
Sit this one out, guys.
Fuckity bye.
Just take the day off.
Fuckity fuck.
We took one for the team.
Fuckity fuck.
Don't worry about it. Don't bother. We got you covered.
Age restricted fuck.
It's don't worry. We're here.
Non-monetizable video fuck.
We've come to spoil the film.
Oh yeah.
Because listening to us talk for 20 minutes is going to go down a lot easier than sitting through 2 hours of this. What the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
You smell that? It smells like behind the scenes garbaggio.
Yeah.
Something went fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Something went amok in this production, and I can't put my finger on it, but I have the feeling that what was originally supposed to get made is not what we just fucking saw.
Yeah. So fuck doing a regular review and then doing another video for spoilers. Fuck that.
We haven't done that in years.
We're gonna just this movie's not worth it. It's not worth it. So we're gonna go into spoilers. So warning for you guys. So we just got out of the theater of seeing Hellboy. What the fuck is the name of this movie?
Hellboy.
That's it?
Yes.
Okay.
Hellboy.
I don't know. I'm my brain is exhausted.
Hellboy, the pointless reboot.
Okay, I thought there was a little
2019. No, it's just
I thought there was a little sliver with it.
No.
I'm tired. I'm tired. My brain is tired from what I just watched.
Yes.
And she's tired. I don't know how you made it through the movie.
I almost didn't. Let's just start off by saying I'm not gonna take anything away from the director, Neil Marshall. No. I'm going somewhere with this. It's okay.
All right. Let's hear it.
He has directed some films that we really enjoy. He directed Dog Soldiers.
My favorite werewolf movie of all time.
Which is a fucking blast.
And it's low budget, but I don't give a fuck.
No, it's
a great movie.
It's a great film. He has directed The Descent,
fantastic movie.
One of my personal favorite psychological horror films.
Mm-hmm.
Do not watch the American version.
Yeah.
Fuck the American version. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
The Descent 2 didn't happen.
Yeah.
None of that shit happened.
The unrated version with the real ending.
In other words, the real version.
The real version.
Yeah.
Okay.
He directed a film that you're quite fond of as a guilty pleasure called Doomsday.
Yeah, it's not a great film, but it's a good post-apocalyptic B movie. So you put it in that genre, it's entertaining to me. So
apparently he's gone on to direct a lot of
Centurion was another movie he did with Michael Fassbender, and I thought that was entertaining as well. The only issue I had with Centurion was the finale of the movie was just kind of wasn't that great, and the movie was kind of left open-ended.
Yeah.
But it was still entertaining.
Right. And he's directed several episodes of television series.
Westworld,
namely Game of Thrones. I've heard that. I'm not sure which episode. I'm sure if we ever go back and marathon Game of Thrones, we're going to see his name and we're going to go like, oh, you're capable of that. Okay. Let me just put this out there. Not a fan of Hellboy 2, for certain reasons, which don't matter.
Yeah.
But this was quite possibly the biggest waste of time.
Yes.
In terms of nobody wins from this.
No.
Fans of Hellboy and Hellboy the Golden Army have been shafted out of a potential to end what could have been a fun trilogy.
Yes.
Ron Perlman and Del Toro always wanted to go back and finish the trilogy, especially Ron Perlman. People who've never seen Hellboy, who are just getting introduced to Hellboy, I think some people might glean some fun out of this, but for the most part, this movie is a mess.
Yes.
And it literally feels like scenes just happen. Action set pieces just happen. We have 2 action set pieces accompanied with voiceover telling us what's happening within the first 30 minutes of the film. 2 of them. One at the very beginning with King Arthur and Merlin and a goddamn witch.
And we were already laughing.
Yeah.
If you guys seen the movie, let us know in the comments below if you guys were busting up laughing when they were putting Mila Jovovich's head in, and they cut her head off. And they put it in the box, and you just hear the ADR Mila just basically, I'm going to get revenge.
Yeah.
We were laughing, and this is the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, and again, I can forgive big dumb fun. I can forgive.
We like mindless sometimes.
This movie had moments where if they had just stuck with this.
Yes.
Stuck with certain pieces of filmmaking that they went with, stuck with certain tones. This could have been such a fun hour and 40-minute romp, but instead they stretched it. They padded out certain things. Things were happening where it's like, I'll give you an example. There's this chick that shows up. God, I've already forgotten her name. It doesn't. Oh, Alice. Alice. Okay. And when Hellboy meets her for the first time in the film, he has this moment of realization that he knows who she is. Like, he's very fond of her. And we don't get the flashback of their backstory until like another 20 minutes in. And even then, she's a goddamn baby. You never see them interact before this scene. By the end of the film, he really, really cares for her when we never, ever got this kind of connection.
No.
I have not seen the first Hellboy, 2004, in quite some time. I probably haven't seen it in a good 13, 14 years. But I do remember the relationship between Ron Perlman's Hellboy and John Hurt's, the father character, was very warm, was very believable, very heartfelt.
Even Ron Perlman's relationship with Doug Jones, who played Ape Sapien.
Oh God.
There was at least a connection.
Yes, and that's something that
even
this movie,
what's it called? The female, what's her name?
Liz.
Yeah,
I believe.
Liz Blair.
No, well, that's her name is
the character
Selma Blair.
Selma
but
Blair.
her character's name is Liz, I believe. But I remember when John Hurt's character died. Spoilers in the first Hellboy film, if I'm not mistaken. You really got that emotional like punch to the gut, like, oh damn, that really sucks, because these characters, they had all this really good development. The characters in that Del Toro film, in both the Del Toro films, everybody had a chance to interact, and you got the motivations, you got the heart, you got the reasons why Hellboy felt like such an outsider, and they tried to do that in this movie, and it never once connected the dots. And Ian McShane, he's such a good actor, and he had some really funny lines, but it was literally only because it was Ian McShane trying to sell this piece of shit dialogue.
McShane, I did enjoy, even though it was so brief, I did enjoy Ian McShane and David Harbour's banter back and forth with the father and son stuff. Yeah. That should have been a lot of the movie right there.
Yeah, but again,
it's just,
you never get that real emotional kick to the nuts that you get when Hurt's character dies.
I was
at
laughing
the end, and
when Ian McShane dies in the movie,
because it was so.
Hellboy's just like, oh! I was laughing in the theater.
Because
like,
you felt nothing for any of this.
This is so.
And it's such a waste, because
my brain hurts.
David Harbour, he's a really good actor, and
he tried.
You could tell he was really trying.
He tried.
And again, there were moments where if they had just stuck with certain bits, this movie could have been so much fun. There were scenes where just the most ridiculous shit is happening. There was a scene that we were really pissed off. Well, not the main scene.
Oh, I will get to that.
Not the main scene.
I will get to that in a minute.
You have this hour and 50-minute just slog of where literally it's just, okay, now it's time for this thing to happen. Now it's time for this thing to happen, and this thing happens, and this thing happens, and this thing happens, and then all of a sudden you see the Daniel, whatever his name is, I think he's Korean, that he turns into a jaguar or whatever, and you see the Alice character, and you see Hellboy, and all of a sudden Motley Crue starts playing, and there's this giant one take. It was Motley Crue, wasn't it?
You're talking about the scene at the end of the movie.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the
We're going to
scene.
get to that in a second.
I'm not talking about the scene that pissed us off.
Yeah.
I'm talking about tone.
Right.
I'm talking about how tonally you had this, suddenly it's all lighthearted fun. You have these three guys working as a team.
Right, yeah.
To this one take action shot of just nonsense, mindless fun. And it's like, where was this in the rest of the film?
Yeah.
Why didn't we have these people working as a team? Why did it take an hour and 50 minutes to do something when we should have been introduced to these people right off the bat? Yeah. And then they had better
chemistry in that fucking one sequence.
Yes.
than the whole fucking movie.
Yes, that's what I'm.
And I'm like, there's your movie.
If they had gone with that,
Yeah.
if they had just gone with fun, hell's a poppin', rock me, this whole fucking score, this should have been nothing but metal up the ass. There should have been nothing but rock and metal playing this whole film and just having a blast and having fun.
Yeah.
But instead, we had some moments where we were trying to take it seriously, but in other moments where we're like, no, we're not absolutely taking this seriously. Like, okay, then what are we doing? What do you want us to feel, movie? Because it's not working. Go ahead.
So my experience watching this film, my brain still hurts. So my experience watching this film, we were laughing at the opening sequence because it was ridiculous. Everything was so fast. We were just like, oh my god. Okay. And then the movie opens up with Hellboy in a wrestling match. And I was like, okay, movie, you're throwing us right in here. Here we go. Hellboy's in a pro wrestling match with the luchador vampire. And you know what? You'd think I would have been checked out already, right? But I was still in. But the cheapness and the cheap look of the film and everything, and how the movie looked around that time, which was what, the first 15 minutes of the movie. Around that time, I leaned over to her and I go, you know what this is? This movie feels like Hellboy, the TV series that just premiered on Netflix. That's what I felt like I was watching this whole movie. I felt like I was watching Hellboy, the TV series.
Yeah.
And David Harbour's playing Hellboy from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how cheap the movie looked.
Yeah.
When you can't sell a fucking scorpion, the CGI was so bad in the movie that with a lot of the action sequences, I was getting taken. It was taking me out.
It's quite.
It was taking me out.
I understand.
2004 CGI was better.
Yeah, I understand. This is a very low budget film. It's about $50 million.
Well, then don't fucking do it.
Exactly.
Okay.
And what kills me, what kicks me in the teeth, is that when the practical effects were on screen.
Yeah.
Tell me Baba Yaga didn't look awesome.
Baba Yaga.
They got some contortionist
to
play Baba Yaga.
Good makeup.
In a fucking actual practical mask and
doing
partial body.
creepy shit.
And they probably green screened her legs, or I'm assuming it might have been a chick, it might have been a man, but it was pretty lithe, so I'm thinking it was a female.
Right.
They green screened her legs and gave her peg stilts for legs, like literally peg legs, and she's doing all this crazy contortion shit, and she looked amazing.
Right.
And when you had the practical effects on screen, the practical effects were crushing it.
Yeah.
And then you had the exact opposite with the CG. It's literally the best that late 1999 had to offer for Universal film. It's literally what it looked like. It was awful.
The practical effects, in my opinion, in the first two Hellboy movies were better.
And it also
because Hellboy really wasn't that big of a budget either.
Correct.
The first movie.
Correct.
All right.
And you can also chalk that up to Del Toro's.
Yeah.
He just has this inherent imagination.
Only
design.
only Guillermo del Toro could bring Mike Mignola's universe to life. So anyway, back to the movie. So I'm still in, even though I'm like, okay, this looks like a TV show. I'm still not really checked out, and I'm kind of chuckling here and there. I'm cringing with the CGI, but I want to give the movie a shot. You know, I want to give David Harbour a shot. He seemed like he's having fun playing the role, and I like Ian McShane. And I'm losing my train of thought. There's so much I want to talk about, but I'm losing my train of thought right now. Anyway,
you're eventually heading towards the big scene.
Yeah, but on my way there, I had a lot to say, but I can't remember
this movie,
right now.
I'm not gonna kid. I'm not gonna kid.
It's broken my brain.
This movie drained him. He went from being okay. As soon as we sat down in the car, he turned off.
Well, by the end, I was flipping off the screen.
It's true.
And I'm going to talk about it right now. So, my journey through the movie, I felt like I was watching The Tick. If you guys are familiar with the Tick TV show,
it's just not as amusing.
The character, right? Just not as amusing, because the Tick type of comedy, right?
Right.
I mean, the Lobster Johnson character that shows up. Okay, I'm sure he's really popular in the comic. I'm not familiar with that character in the comic, but it's ridiculous. He's seen my claw, and he puts his hand on the guy's head, and it burns his head, and whatever. And I was just like, okay, I feel like I'm watching The Tick. So, not annoyed yet. Cringing at the CGI, and I'm kind of following along to see where we go. And then it's just such a fucking mess, man. It was such a mess. This is how I felt watching the movie. This was my experience. Here's your experience with Hellboy right here. You ready? Here we go. Oh my God, look out! See, this is what we need to do. We need to go over there. We need to get the sword of Excalibur, okay? Oh, Merlin, shut up over here. Hey, anybody got a mint? Oh, here comes the Blood Queen. Oh, transport it forward. Oh, you must come with me. You must be my king. Hey, wait a minute. I forgot I left something on in the oven. Anybody got a mint? Oh, we can do it. Boom, bang, so.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like watching this movie. Okay? It was just like, oh my God, just slow down, movie. And then there was these action set pieces where you have the fight with the three giants, and you can kind of tell they were trying to do something.
Yes.
But the CGI just wasn't up to par. It just takes you out of it, man.
It couldn't hold
and I don't know if this movie was supposed to be in 3D in other countries or over here. I'm not sure. But we had obvious 3D shots. Like, what you call Mila's eye got popped out and was hovering towards the screen.
Yeah.
The Alice punches a ghoul or a corpse or whatever, zombie, and the zombie comes out, like the ghost.
The soul comes
The soul.
out, yeah.
And I'm like, is this why the CGI looks so bad? Like, I don't...
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, so, okay, so obviously...
So I'm getting frustrated, is my point.
As we've mentioned...
I was fine with the movie, now I'm getting frustrated. Go ahead.
As we've mentioned, this movie starts off with King Arthur and Merlin, and they have to stop this witch from blah, 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 who gives a shit, you know the story.
Who's somehow still alive.
And, well,
the witch that betrayed her is still alive by the end of the movie.
Because she's a witch, because magic. Okay, we had a scene where a pig monster rips out a monk's tongue, swallows it, and suddenly can speak in the monk's voice.
Yes.
And knows the tongue of the monk.
Pussified, too.
Okay. That's the type of magic, and that's the type of magic that you gotta have to kind of let your brain go, okay, whatever movie, whatever you say, this is your world, not mine, I'm just visiting.
But they go travel across the country to get the fucking Excalibur sword.
So they go across the country to go get the sword, and they find zombified but still alive Merlin. Okay, Merlin explains to Hellboy, you're the only one who can beat the witch. You can only do it with Excalibur, so take the sword. And so Hellboy goes to take the sword.
Yes. So, fine with the movie. It's not great, it's bad. CGI is cringy, but I'm still in. Believe it or not, I'm still fine with the movie. But then the middle of the movie happens, and then I start getting frustrated. And I start losing patience. And then... we saw the trailer. We didn't get a chance to do a trailer reaction video for you guys. We saw the trailer, and it was like one of the most epically badass scenes ever. Fucking Hellboy, horns out, flames, big ass flaming sword. He's like whipping it around like that. He's riding some big fucking demon dragon thing, and it's like the apocalypse, and he's flying down and he's cutting up all the, you know. It obviously all the budget went to that shot because that actually looked kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I remember in the trailer I was like, wow, this might be kind of fun. This might be badass, right?
Yeah.
Guess what, guys? It's not even in the fucking movie. Guess what? It's a vision. It's a vision of the fucking future. So when he grabs the sword, we go to that scene, and then he pulls back out. Oh, I can't do it. Anybody got a mint?
And what I found so frustrating about that
and then I went, fuck you, movie.
Multiple times he really...
fuck you.
What I found so real...
that's when I lost it.
What I found truly frustrating about that was not only was, you know, such a promising scene just a vision and a very, very brief one, I was frustrated because visually it was so over the top. It was awesome. Gets up while he's flying on the back of the demon dragon, runs down the motherfucker's back and tail.
Yeah.
To meet with the carnage and start killing everybody that's on the ground. And it's like, we could have had a whole movie somehow devoted to this world. Where everything's just insane. And that's the thing. My thing with good, bad movies, go big or go home.
Yeah.
Go all out or don't waste my time.
And if you don't have the budget to do these CGI creatures, okay, then don't fucking do it, all right? You have to start being like the fucking 80s. And if you either do it practical or be creative. Get creative. If you can't do it CGI right, get creative, okay?
Yeah.
And then at the end of the movie, he grabs Excalibur, flames come out, horns come out, and she's all like, "Oh yeah, Hellboy, you're my king. Give me that big old fat red dick, Hellboy," right? And he comes over there, "Anybody got a mint?" Right? So flames is going out, and then the apocalypse starts to happen, right? You get the big-ass, tall, giant creatures coming out, blood, people getting ripped apart. Now, you know us. If you've been following the channel, we love our fucking gore. Yeah. We love it. I think I would have hated this movie even more if it wasn't PG-13.
Or if it wasn't R.
I mean, if it was PG-13.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think I would have hated this movie even more.
Yeah.
But there's so much blood and gore, and we liked it. It was like, oh, well, that's nice. But it's not enough, man.
Well, and it was also, oh, that's nice, but I'm bored.
I'm bored.
I don't care.
And frustrated.
Yeah.
So anyway, you have these giants coming out and ripping people apart and all this blood everywhere. And we should be like, fuck yeah, yeah. That's what I was in the theater just like,
yeah.
What time is it, right?
Yeah.
And then, guess how many times he uses that badass flaming sword, guys? Once! He uses it one time! And then everybody goes away. All the big giants, awesome giants that he could have been fighting. Yeah. We could have had some action sequences. No, they just get sucked back in the hole.
And the hole closes itself up magically.
Yes.
That's fine.
Oh, yeah, yay!
Yeah.
Yay, movie, we won!
And then we get terrible Ian McShane ghost coming out of Alice's guts, because that's what she does. She touches dead people, and their souls come out. They literally inhabit her body.
They look like shit!
Coming out of her internal organs. Literally, it's her stomach and her guts and everything. And it manifests into the person, and then they can talk to you. And that's the final words that Ian McShane got with Hellboy.
Yeah.
Like,
and we had scenes where I'm looking at you like, what the fuck? Because we had like Alice supposedly gets hit, she gets damaged, and she's dying, poison dart from the Blood Queen, right? Yeah. And she's dying, and then literally the witch that betrayed her, Hellboy grabs her and goes, "Fix her! Fix her now!" And she goes, "Well, you gotta go see the Maryland man." And he goes, "Okay." He drops her, right? And then they go across the country, right? Wake up Merlin again, right? He heals Alice. And this is literally in the matter of like two minutes. An important character dies. Or dies on screen, dying. And literally gets healed. The very next scene, as soon as they land and get Merlin, she's healed and she's like, "Oh yay, I'm back." Dude.
Like I said, it just...
Is there a director's cut? Not that it matters.
This just screams behind the scenes.
Oh my god.
You could call it maybe studio interference, possibly editing, like...
Why would they bother for something so violent, though?
Well...
Who cares?
Like I said, this is going to be a very interesting slap of reality for the studio that came out with this, because, again, this serviced no one. You've destroyed any opportunity of closing out the original. You have tried and utterly failed to give us sequel bait. Nice rubber sapien glove at the end in your little water tank. That was awful, by the way. That looked like shit. And that was awful.
Yeah, right after that action sequence that was well done. Yeah. And we were like, where the fuck was this the whole fucking movie, right?
They give us sequel bait.
And then they come up to the tank and then she rubs it and says Abe Sapien. And then there was a scene and you see his hand. There was a scene at the end of the movie. So Baba Yaga shows up. She's looking at someone. She's pissed off at Hellboy for, he was supposed to give her, he promised her his eye. So she's mad about that. So she's talking to somebody on the side, and she goes, "Do what I ask, kill Hellboy, or give me my eye, and I'll grant you the not eternal life, but I'll grant you can die. I'll grant you death." So I don't know, I'm sure Hellboy comic book fans, you guys would know who that character is. I don't know if it's the Sandman. I don't know. I know it's Neil Gaiman. I know it's a different comic. But I'm not sure who that character is. I guess I'm assuming he's invincible. He can't die. So she's like, "I will grant you death." Nobody's gonna fucking sequel this fucking movie.
No.
You done fucked up. And I would have rather never ever had a third Hellboy movie and we just had that wishful thinking. I guess technically we could still think that way. Of what the trilogy could have ended. Because that second movie, Hellboy 2: The Golden Army, which when I watched it again, I actually liked it more. Visual spectacle, action sequences were really well done. There was some excitement in there. You get some fun characters. That whole world that Mike Mignola created, Del Toro brought to life.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, man? This is 2019.
Yeah.
That movie came out in 2004.
Yeah, the first film did.
You done fucked it up.
And again, it boils down to the way I'm
getting mad.
The way I'm starting to see movies.
I'm getting mad.
I
need a mint.
Is kind of a streamlined.
Give me the mint. Thanks for my mint.
It's kind of a there's like a.
I'm Hellboy.
There's a streamline way of seeing movies. Like some movies I visualize as a straight line with little teeny tiny branches, and each of the branches represents character beats, character development, plot points, twists and turns, but ultimately you can see a clear path from beginning, middle, and end of the film. And then you have movies like this which the first two Hellboy films had that. You had this beginning, middle, and end. Everything flowed, everything made sense, and it's this nice, easy little ride. It doesn't matter how many deviations you take because everything ultimately makes sense. Everything flows, everything feels right. And then you have movies like this where it's scene vomit. It's just things happening, and that's it. And there's no flow. There's no rhyme or reason to anything. It's like, yeah, okay, it's a simple story and it makes sense. But I just see things. And it's such a shame because I do feel like there was potential in here, and wasted potential is like one of the worst things that can happen in a film. Less
is more, man. Keep it simple. Especially if you're trying to reboot this franchise and you're trying to bring it to a new audience.
Yeah.
There were 4 fucking people in the theater.
There were. Yeah. This is
4 people. This is opening night. This is Friday afternoon.
Yeah. And again, I think some people are going to have fun with this. I think the people to our left were laughing.
Yeah.
Which is good.
We laugh. I laughed at some stuff because it's ridiculous that David Harbour is trying. There is some legitimate fun in there.
Yes.
There is some legitimate decent action in there, and you get the gore. That scores points for me, and Eating Machine is always great. Okay? It's just... when I'm literally looking at a watch that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm just like... See, I need that Phat Samurai guy air bubbles this time.
Yeah.
Quotation bubbles for this review this time.
Yeah, again,
But I was waiting for that fucking badass scene. I was waiting for that scene, and when I found out that fucking scene, they spent a lot of money, obviously, because that scene looked great. The CGI actually looked great in this movie. For that scene, they spent all that money for it to be a fucking vision.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, man.
Yeah. It's a shame. It's sad.
Hey, remember Avengers Infinity War? How about that whole end fight sequence when they fight Thanos on Mars? But it didn't really happen. It was a vision. Doctor Strange saw it in a vision, and that's what you saw, and it didn't happen. You would love that, right? Unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
I should not be pissed off and angry at an R-rated Hellboy.
Yeah.
Now, like you said, some people can find enjoyment in the film. If you're watching this film on a cell phone, you're watching it, you're getting it for free somehow, and you're watching it for free, and you're not paying any money, and you're watching it on your cell phone because you're bored, and you don't really care about the characters, you don't really care about the franchise, and you're just watching mindless gunfire and gore and a few comedic moments, you'll be fine. You'll actually probably say, I don't understand why everybody hates this fucking movie, why it's got 9% on Rotten Tomatoes and whatever the fuck.
I think it's finally up to 15.
I want a t-shirt that says, somebody give me a fucking mint. You will enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
And that's great. If you guys love this movie, hey.
Yeah.
To each his own. That's great. I really want to know your defense, though. Let us know in the comments below why you think that this movie is amazing. because I'm pissed.
It'll be an interesting conversation.
I'm pissed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
Yeah. So,
I'm pissed.
Rating.
Is there anything else we need to talk about? Now, those of you that know about the story of the Wild Hunt, which is what this movie's based off of, maybe in that it's complicated. Maybe they did the best they could to adapt that story.
Maybe
but
if it's complicated, you shouldn't try to adapt it first time out.
Maybe.
Sorry.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Man.
Maybe. What the fuck do I know? I'm nobody.
I don't know.
But
all right.
Yeah, rating.
Oh fuck. What did we give Captain Marvel?
Oh my god.
I don't remember.
Oh my god. Okay. All right.
Was it a 2.9?
It's possible.
I can't remember right now.
Okay. Listen, y'all. Listen to the words I'm about to speak. I do not like Captain Marvel more than this film because I hated the character.
Yeah.
But as a film, beginning, middle to end, it was more competent.
Yes.
And I hate to say that.
Yeah.
Because you know how I feel
in
about...
comparison
You know
to
how
this.
I feel about Captain Twat Waffle and her dead face. Okay? You know how I feel about that. I still think that she has a 50% shot of ruining Endgame for me.
Yes.
But anyway, as a film... It made more sense structurally than this.
Yeah.
Things actually made sense more than this, which I hate to say, and I'm choking on my own bile trying to get that out of my mouth.
It was boring and bland, and we didn't really give a shit. But yeah, structure-wise, yeah.
But better to be,
compared to this,
at least you can follow it better, and it's like, okay, narratively, I get it. But this, I can't. I hate to say it. I hate wasted potential. And that's this movie screams.
Maybe that's why I'm as angry as I am.
And that's why I'm giving it a 2.
2 out of 5.
I'm mad because this could have been so much better. I see it on the screen. This movie was begging to be fun and sound. I don't know. I'm not making sense because the movie was stupid, but not in that fun way where I want it to be fun and stupid.
It had potential. There were moments where I did laugh, but I mean...
I'm serious. Go big or go home, but don't waste my time with this middle of the road. Let's dabble in crazy shit and then go back to...
I can't believe I'm gonna... Oh, man. I'm going back and forth here. Fuck.
Yeah, it's hard. It sucks.
Fuck. Because I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna probably watch it again one day. And maybe I won't be as hard on it, but I don't know.
Maybe you'll have some liquor in your system, or... Maybe
there'll be a director's cut. Fleshes the scenes out. I don't know. Fuck.
It shouldn't be that bad. It shouldn't be that hard.
It's a fucking R-rated Hellboy movie, man.
Yeah.
Why am I rating it? 2, huh?
It's a 2.
3 is average on our scale. 3 is average.
It's a 2, but remember, there is entertainment here. But that's the problem, is that it could have gone so much better. So it's a 2, but not in the way that it was total shit. It's just it should have been better. It should have been better. It could have been better. I can see that it could have been better, but it wasn't. So.
All right, I know everyone's gonna say I'm rating this too low. I don't care. This is where my mind is right now. Like I said, if I watch it again, I may not be that hard on it, but right now, this is where my mind is. 1.8.
Wow. All right.
1.8 out of 5.
All right.
So fuck this movie.
It's sad.
I can't even recommend it, man.
It's sad.
I can't even recommend it.
Not even the mints help.
No. Do you think... Let us know in the comments below. Do you think Ron Perlman and Del Toro are laughing their asses off and going, told ya? Or are they kind of sad? You know? It's hard to tell. You think the first thing is they're laughing their asses off, but I don't know. They may just be like, wow, this is where this world's come to.
Yeah.
We started something great, and here we are.
Yeah. Well,
the camera's going to die. So, yeah. 1.8 for me. and a 2 for you. Let us know in the comments below what you guys thought of whatever the fuck this movie is called. Yeah. Thanks again for watching.
Sorry.
As always, you guys rock. I'm tired, man. Fuck.
It's okay. We'll see you next time.
Oh, shit.